Jumbo, set!
Watch left.
Here we go, set! Lady!
From the 50, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stafford on first down. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Detroit is lined up for kickoff. Number 29, ready to return.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On first down, Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now it's Trubisky. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Red, up. Gotta go. Red, up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Red, up. Hey, 18.
Again on second and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Hey. 4 down.
This is Cohen. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows. It's having a tough time, and that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Stafford now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Here we go.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Shaq Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They go play action here on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gotta go. Red's up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So out now come the Lions. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
All right, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Zebra! Set! Waiting!
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his...
And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Gotta go, gotta go! Red's up!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Red's up!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Red's up!
Trubisky will throw. Being chased out left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing,
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is complete. It's Allen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Cohen, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears get a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Ah, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Flush to his right. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And it's caught inside the 5. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down at Stafford. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to air one out. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Steps away to his left. And he locates Luke Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set, lady.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That's Samuel, caught left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Zebra.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, and I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Red's up. Red's up. Mike 40. 18.
On first down, Trubisky buying time to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Switch. Mike's 40.
Hey, 18.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, 18.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They go play action with Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you had periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go play action. Trubisky going deep this time for Miller. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Hey, 18.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Dancing to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, gotta go. Red's up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, But he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Looking deep for Gabriel. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Looking downfield for Jones. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
4 down.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Stafford now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
3 down.
Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
3 down.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice spin into some open field. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 104 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Stafford taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And now running right through it and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they try to sweep to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Kamale Correa in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tie it right.
Set. Waiting.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Ready. We're waiting.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Wait, 7.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Set. 180.
The give is to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
On the ball. Jumbo.
Tie on the right. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Zebra.
Now Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will stop right around the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
18. Hey, gotta go.
Trubisky to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First throw in overtime for Stanford. Now he's going to send this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there in overtime, 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They run. This is Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice, but there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And on the ground they go with the running back. Down right around the 25. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. And let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up, lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive. Not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down at Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Detroit, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging in.